lines down the centre of the course, coming with an electric finish. Do it again. He's coming at Rainbow Bridge. He's a born leader and he will do it
A stable that have had their horses in good shape before lockdown and after lockdown is the stable of Summerveld-based Michael Miller, and they are represented today at Hollywood Bet Scottsville with quite a few runners and quite a few first-timers as well. And it's an absolute pleasure to have Michael Miller's son, Sterling Miller, on the telephone with us. Graham, so let's welcome Sterling. Sterling, are you well?
Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice to have you on the show. Thank you for your time. And let's go through the runners. You've got quite a few of them at Hollywood Bets Scottsville, and we're going to start off in the first race. You've got a first-timer in the form of Queen Isabella for Tony Jelensky and your dad. Very good barrier trial. And has she come on, this filly?
Yes, she had an excellent barrier trial last year. She's extremely nice filly. I'm expecting her to be best over a little bit further, but I would be happy if she ran a place here.
Okay, so a bit further and a place. Sterling, her work, I mean, it's just maybe a bit of a curveball question early on in the interview, but these 2-year-olds, would you have, for the viewers, put her up against a horse that's maybe won a race or two, or a good workhorse to get a line, and have you done something like that?
Yes, if I'm 100% honest with you, she worked with Galway Girl, who ran third on the weekend.
Yes.
She was going better than Galway Girl, so she is a very nice filly. She had a great trial. I would be happy if she ran in the first 4, and I think she would be deadly over a little bit further.
Okay, wonderful. Let's move on to the second race. And in the second race, there's a theatrical moment. Number 4, Duke of Marmalade filly for Mr. Sard, who's been a big supporter of the stable. How's she doing?
She's a wonderful filly. She's nice and big, Warren, but she's definitely going to need this run.
Okay, so let's just make a note. They need the run. Number 4, theatrical moment. Graham, the pedigree, Duke of Marmalade out of a Western Winter. Beautiful pedigree.
Lovely pedigree. So just to be clear, Sterling, we're going to put you on the block. We don't need to consider her for the first leg of the bipod.
No, not at all. I think she'll definitely need the run, and she'll be a lot more effective over further.
Okay, the third race now. Here's a horse called Hardwired. And is it safe to say, and having spoken to you a few times off air, a little disappointed that maybe Hardwired hasn't won yet?
I think I was extremely disappointed in his first couple of starts, but I think he's been a different horse after the gelding.
Okay, that last run, Sterling, that third was a good effort.
Yes, it was an excellent run. He tried all the way to the line. He has come on a little bit. I see he is quite a nice big price. I'm expecting him to be in the money. I do have respect for there's a money horse in the race of Mr. Dreyer and Sean Beale.
Yes.
But I'm expecting him to run very well.
So swingers, exactors, quartets, trifectas, a must.
Yes, he'll be right there.
Do you give this horse a chance, Graham?
Must have a chance, and to its benefit would be the fact that it's had already a run since we've come back. So it's his second run since coming back. So he might have a fitness edge over the balance, but clearly, as we said earlier, there are a number of first-timers in this race, and obviously Sterling is a realist, so he'll have these beady eyes watching the opposition around Summerveld. So he's picked out Dennis Dryer's horse, which I mentioned is now favourite, but Hardwired will make his presence felt, I'm sure.
In the fourth race, Sterling, Chanel Allure, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. Jabba Jacobs takes some weight off her back. She's having her 21st bite at the cherry. Surely she's going to win one of these days.
She's honest, Warren, and I'll probably make her our best runner of the day. She's been working so well at home. I think she'll suit Scottsville. She has run a good second to Miss Marmalade from a bad draw once before. So I think it isn't the strongest of field, with all due respect to everybody else. I think she'll go very close.
Okay, nice, Graham, to hear that.
Yeah, look, she's had 20 starts, as you say. She's having her 21st bite at the cherry, Sterling. But on the flip side of the coin, she's been in the money 50% of the time. She's already banked over 100,000 in prize money. She's ideally course and distance suited. So as long as she's well, Sterling, you must have a big chance.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, then we're going to jump across to the fifth race. And in the fifth race, Sterling, you've got Power to Command, another one for the Sards. And yeah, has shown up before and run some very good races.
Yes, Warren, he's improving. He's moving very well at home. It's just going to be a little short for him. Maybe the back end of quartets.
Okay, so back end of quartets for number 11, Power to Command. Then we're going to Gigan is, of course, a reserve runner at this point in time. So we'll move along then to the 8th race. Now, here's an interesting horse. You were quite upbeat, and I shared it with the public when Great Sharker ran last time. If I can find the right page in my book here. Great Sharker with that heavy, heavy weight. And he ran an absolute cracker.
Yes, he ran a blinder last time. Arguably, he hasn't run his best at Scottsville, but I think that we've just got the better of him of late. It is a stronger field this time. He's as well as he was last time. In my opinion, I think he'll go very close as well.
Okay, so number 7, Great Sharko. Got to have a big chance.
Sterling, will the tactics be the same? Get out as quickly as you can, go as fast as you can in the early stages, and catch me if you can.
Yes, it's going to be catch me if you can. He's got about 4 or 5 kilos less than last time, so he'll be running freely. Let's just hope he can hang on.
Okay, that's number 7, Great Sharker for the Michael Miller team. Now, an interesting runner. Let's move to the 9th race, which is Monarchy, say it how you like. He's a son of Dynasty. How's he taken the gelding?
He's taken the gelding very well. He was obviously very disappointing in those last 2 starts. We've come back to the drawing board. We've come back to the start where he won at Scottsville down the straight again. He is one of the best workers in the yard. If he can reproduce that maiden win, he should put this field to bed. But once again, he has been disappointing. I would just like to see him try.
Sterling, I say that I asked the question, and some might say, a silly question because he was gelded on the 22nd of January. But obviously, since the question which you've answered so nicely is, if you've seen a difference with the gelding, and it's nice because I know that you rate this horse.
Yes, I rate him very highly. I had big hopes for him, and I still do. And after the gelding, he seems to be trying a lot harder. He's got his mind on the job. We've taken the tongue tie off, and I think he'll go close.
Graham, he showed promise, this horse.
Yes, he did. He won his maiden over the course and distance, as Sterling said. But surely on his pedigree, Sterling, now that he's maturing and perhaps with the benefit of the gelding, he's going to want a lot further in time than the 1,200 metres he runs over at Hollywood Bet Scottsville.
He's the half brother who got it. But on his work at home, it's just electric. It's just nice, fast work, showing us the speed. So we thought we'd start again. Let's start at 12 and see how we go. And then we can always move from here.
Okay, lovely. Sterling, thank you for your time. Thank you for your contribution to the show. And all the very best to you and your whole family and the whole stable.
Pleasure. Thank you very much, Warren and Graham.
There we go. It's Sterling Miller and some interesting comments about his runners for Hollywood Bets Scottsville.